Hello everyone, welcome to a new Infinity Kingdom video. This is King KOTH from 49, and guys, it is finally King of the Hill again in our server. Today we have the Gnomes Hunt Day, which is the second day of the event, and I want to talk about few things that you need to notice in order to make it very efficient to hunt gnomes, not to waste any kind of resource that you're getting from these gnomes. So here are some tips and tricks that you need to notice. First, you need to make sure that you're getting the best out of the EP you're spending and the troops that you're killing while hunting gnomes. For example, I make sure that I level up for my immortals that needs some XP left. I don't use my main march to hunt gnomes since they are already pretty much maxed. My main and my second march at level 50. Also half of my third march is already maxed out. So I use mostly new immortals that are not maxed yet to hunt gnomes. And I have a preset for leveling, which is this march that I'm using here. So I have here the backline, which is a support, a mandatory, a blue immortal, holding my aura and holding the blessing, the war blessing. I have Medib here as the main damager, holding concentration and annihilation. And also I have here Hani and Elset that I'm leveling for at the moment. Both are holding some support skills. Pretty much it is Medib that is dealing most of the damage here. I have few reports that I can show you. Yeah, it is only Medib that is dealing the damage. Some of the damage is being dealt by the fire dragon. And as you can see, the losses are very minimum. However, the losses are very random using this march since I have a very low type of immortals. The skills that I'm using are the main skills, basically the only skills that you need hunting low level gnomes, which is the level 39 that I'm hunting at the moment. Basically you need misleading to avoid the physical damage that they are dealing. You need rage plus war plus in order to finish the fight quickly. You need weakness for the crit, and for Medib the basic mage skills for dealing damage. This is the skills that I'm using on this type of march. Usually I just use EP until it's maxed out here. And then I select the level 39 gnomes, click raid, and go. And few things that you need to notice before starting such a raid in order to minimize the losses. First is the castle skin. If you have the forbidden zone skin, so basically if you're in an old server, you have done a lot of cores and most of your alliance will get it at some point. This one helps a lot since it increases your damage that is being dealt to the gnomes by 3%. It's not much, but it helps a lot if it is combined with some city buffs. For example, I have here the Grand Marshal buff, which increases the damage dealt to the gnomes by 5%. Also helps a lot during hunting gnomes. You can use some buffs such as this one here that increases the dodge, and the one that increases the crit. If you have a lot of these, you can also use them. This will help to minimize the losses since you're using a low level immortals. As you can see, the losses are pretty much random. I have got here 300 death, and here I've got about 32. So you need to make use of these kind of events. I've got almost 4 million points here hunting level 39 gnomes. I'm only behind because I took a break. However, I think I can make it to at least the top 10 of this event. I don't really care about the second day, since I don't get enough points from the second day, as I've explained in the KOTH video I've made recently. But I'm still holding my first rank here. Hopefully I can maintain this in the upcoming few days. I think this is everything that I wanted to talk about regarding the Hunting Gnomes Day. You need to make sure that you have the right buffs. If the King buff is not available, I think there is another buff here in the Governor. It is the Marshal. Yeah, the Marshal also provide you with a 3% damage to Gnomes. The one that you can get from the King is 5%. There's also separate cities, I think, for hunting gnomes. I'm not quite sure, but I think there are few cities here that you can be a mayor of that can provide you with more damage to the gnomes. Also, the castle skin helps a lot. One more thing to save EB. You need to use this one here, Pack Light. It will... You will have to sacrifice the marching speed. However, since you're not in a hurry, you will save a lot of EP using this talent here, the one that reduces the EP consumed by 5%. And as you can see, you can use the maximum EP that you can get, which is the 5,000s at once. You can make a raid up to 76, I think. I just finished a raid here. I've got 1 million XP per immortal. The death didn't even get to 5k. Seriously Wounded didn't reach the 20,000. So I think this is pretty nice for a march that doesn't have a complete epic immortal and low level immortals. I mean, the front line doesn't really do any kind of damage here. It's mainly Medib that is dealing all the damage, and the fire dragon. I think this is all for this video, guys. Hope I managed to cover everything you need to know about hunting gnomes. One last thing I forgot to mention is I mentioned this already in one of my previous videos, but hunting the Rockio level 39 or the Packens at level 39 as well, because the airship in this kind of gnome doesn't deal any damage. It is just a water ship. It only heals or applies freeze, so it doesn't deal any damage. And the gnomes in general doesn't deal any damage. It's usually the ship that deals damage, whether it is an airship, fire ship, or a lightning ship. So you need to avoid this three kind of ships. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a wonderful day.